You know, I remember on wrestling, they told me don't try this at home. On this show, please try it at home. There's no rules. It's episode 3. It's your boy Specs Gonzalez. I've got Tigo in the house. And I've got a special guest today. Someone that used to be a drug dealer because they used to sell paracetamol, painkillers, and Panadol. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Bolt Sober.
Firstly, I don't know what kind of drug dealer you got me down as.
You used to be a drug dealer in my imagination. That's why I say it.
Oh, I thought he like worked at a chemist or something.
No,
or,
man. I'm the most humble special guest you're gonna have on the show.
Of course. You're a good friend. Listen, I love this guy so much that I even bought him a present. I haven't bought no one a gift on this show before.
So what did you get me, Specs?
But I bought you something. The first thing I bought you 2 things.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why I bought you 2.
All right.
That's special, by the way, 2.
2 guests.
That's like
2
Christmas.
presents, right?
This is a Christmas special.
I just know it's not going to be something I appreciate. I can just tell.
Listen, don't judge a book by the back of its cover.
Well, that's where they've got the blurb where it explains the book. So you could probably read that and go, let's judge this book a little bit. What's that?
Okay, so
Kitchen/bathroom/outside gloves. Open it. /outside.
Specs, did you disrespect me intentionally by getting me?
Open it. Oh, look at the gloves. Yellow.
They're small, you know.
Oh, wow.
I think that's.
Oh, this isn't going to end well.
Now try them on. Because you've got the biggest hands ever. Let me see.
You are so annoying.
Amazing.
Specs.
Yeah, they stretch. It's
brought,
outside.
Specs, you brought me on here.
Can you bust them?
No, this cannot fit. This is. I hate you, Specs.
So,
yeah, this is when
it can't fit.
Specs, you know about my hands, bro.
What do you think that is about your hands? Do
you
you
know
have
what it is?
family members with big hands?
A Nigerian dad, a Montserratian mum, and they both got big hands in it, so I just got big hands. I don't know where it came from. They're just supersized.
Do you know, I went to all boys school and there was a few boys in my year that have big hands. I don't know, it's...
Do you know what they say about guys with big hands?
No, what do they say?
Big gloves.
Is it big gloves? Is it?
Nah,
well, I'll tell you what, because you got big hands, that leads me on to my second present.
Okay, let's see what it is. Fuck's sake.
Because if your hands are that big, you got I think giants were extinct. But I'm talking BJC before
Giants
Jesus.
were extinct.
Yeah? They went missing, all right? Okay. Well, there's a few giants around, but I got your paracetamol. If you take 3 a day of Coke with fizzy drink, I think your hands will get smaller.
Thank you, Specs.
That's for you, man.
These are not. Oh
No.
Flu
Max
Max
all in one. That's
Chest,
not.
cough, and cold, bro.
Your hands got flu, chest, and cold. I'm very tactical about my decisions. Trust me. I always think outside the box.
Specs, thank you very much for the gifts, brother.
Thank you, Bolt, man.
Are you a good gift giver in general?
To me, I am. I think so.
You always tell me that you do Christmas shopping like on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Always do last minute shopping.
So how does that make you a good gift buyer, Specs?
Because it's like, I feel like if you do it, like a month before, you start to overthink and you say to yourself, I'll come back next week, I'll come back next week. Where it's last minute,
You have to.
It's the last kick of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But wrapping presents is not my strength.
You're not interested.
No, the folding and, rulers, that kind of stuff. No, when I wrap it, I'll wrap it. I just,
Yeah, actually, I remember you showing me a video at Christmas of your rapping as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
I use a hella sellotape and I just wrap the whole presents up.
I think that's called no rules rapping, honestly. Not to even overdo
Can I ask you a question?
it,
Is there a manual? Is there a book that tells you have to wrap presents this way?
I probably think there is, yeah.
Where?
Do you know what it is? Presents, when you look at wrapping, look like regular, like look the same. So yes, there is a manual somewhere. Like it's a pattern, isn't it? It's official. Obviously, with you, there are no rules, but yeah, there.
Do you remember that game? I think they used to call it Pass It On, where you sit in a circle.
Pass the parcel.
Pass the parcels. But look,
It's called Pass the Parcel. I don't know what he said. Pass it on.
Yeah.
Take the paracetamol now. So it's called Pass the Parcel. So it goes round, right? I remember when and the music stops and it's your turn to open the present.
Yeah.
And you use your hands
Who, me? Who you talking about, me?
and dig a hole in the newspaper and open it. There was no rules to open that present. So why is there rules to
there
fold
was a
it?
rule. You could only tear off one layer. That was the rule.
That was the official rule. But obviously, children playing it, you just
Can't-
rip everything.
you can't- there are no rules. There are rules to some things, though. You don't get to control what there are rules
That's
to.
not how I pay Pass the Parcel.
So how did you play Pass the Parcel, Specs? That's what I want to know.
Honestly, you know what I done?
It wasn't called Pass the Parcel, apparently. It's called Pass It On.
Pass It
So when I pay Pass It On during my time, As soon as the music stopped, you know what I mean? Boom! The teeth got involved. Of course! There's no one said to me, you've got to take layers off.
I never used to follow the rules with that game anyway, because when it used to come around to my turn, the music stopped. I just pick it up and walk off.
Was it anything lit? Was it ever anything good in the Pass the Parcel? I feel like you wouldn't put anything good in a Pass the Parcel.
No, there was nothing in there.
There were some games back in the day that were a waste of time. Pass the Parcel, Duck Duck Goose.
No.
Those games are a waste of time.
You didn't like Duck Duck Goose.
You run round. You run round. Duck Duck
I
Goose, and
like
you run
Duck Duck
round. You have a head start.
Do you know why?
And you're running around in a circle.
Do you know why I used to like Duck Duck Goose? Because when you're obviously going around duck until you choose your goose, yeah. But on the way round saying duck to everybody, I used to slap everyone's head. Ducked.
Yeah. Okay.
Ducked.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
the fun.
Damn it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're playing the game, so
Yeah,
you have to
yeah,
take
yeah.
the slap.
So did you have them hands when you was in reception? Because
But
you
you
can't.
can't play Duck Duck Goose.
Yeah, you can't be
You need to
reception
leave it,
using
bro.
your 5 hands. Come on, my bro. Listen, I'll tell you what though. Every time I used to play Duck Duck Goose, anytime I see a blondie, I say goose. Boom.
Because you want her to chase
I
you.
want the blondies to chase me. Baywatch. It was in fashion them days.
What did you call it, by the way? He or had or it?
Yeah.
It.
I think there's a hackney thing.
Had. What could it had?
Had, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
He and she, that was school.
Yeah.
But in ends, it was it. Yeah.
You might be right.
It was
Yeah.
it was after school club.
I never went after. My
And before school club?
My parents were around.
Where?
Exactly.
I didn't go after school
you went
club.
after, why did you go after school club? There must be a reason. Only people whose parents were either at work or just not really about went after school club.
No, my parents were benefits the whole time anyway, so they were indoors. I still went after school club.
Well, it's funny because we were talking about like playground attendance and after school club, like adults and that, and how they're probably like doing mad stuff with parents and that the other day. Do you remember when we were in the airport? And how when those kids grow up, a lot of them probably look at those playground attendants and go like, "Rah,
Yeah. That's what's happening, especially with all this on Instagram.
yeah."
Kids that you teach now, they turn 19, 20. Come see, I remember you. I used to like you.
Yeah, I got a couple of my teachers on Instagram still.
Is
Yeah,
it?
big up Miss Simmons. What are you talking about?
Mr. Who?
Miss Sip.
Oh, sorry.
I
Miss Simmons, yeah?
walked into that. Miss Simmons. She's Miss Simmons is still on my Instagram.
We all had a teacher that was, Pamela Anderson material. I had my teacher was Miss Arnold. If you went St. Aloysius, you would know that's secondary school teacher.
Miss Arnold.
Yeah.
I think that it is interesting though that the amount of Australian and New Zealand and even South African supply teachers back in the day. It's like you'd be surprised if there was an English supply teacher.
Well, I was about to say, does that mean you're less, because let's be honest, when you were a child, you had less respect for the supply teachers. No one rated the supply teachers. So what does that mean then? Does that mean your qualification is only to be are you as qualified as a permanent teacher?
And now that we're adults, right, you can look at it and say, supply teachers don't want to be teachers.
At all.
It's just, they're just like, oh, it's a way
It's
to
a
make
filling.
money.
Yeah, on the side.
But I'm studying or doing whatever. I don't think supply teachers, as a kid, you'd think, oh, you're like, you wish you were a full-time teacher. You're just a sub. Like we think about football terms, like you're trying to get off the bench.
Then
But
they don't
actually, Miss Smith from Australia, she was just like, nah, fuck this. I'll take you kids for one class, then I go home. I get
Do you know
paid.
what I done one time? When I was a PE teacher, a long time ago, there was a South African PE teacher, situation, blondie. I couldn't believe it. I thought she was Australian.
She was South African and she was blonde.
Because sometimes, I don't know, for some reason, South African and Australians have the similar accents.
Yeah.
So I thought she was Australian, but she really South African.
Good eye, mate.
Yeah, all that stuff.
That's New
This
Zealand.
South Africa.
South African.
Fucking prawns.
Oh, that was sick.
District 9.
Okay, that's it. They're kind of similar. Yeah,
So
you go on.
she was from Johannesburg. Situation, I'm talking like same hair color as, whoa, Ric Flair. So like shiny blonde. So I remember one time she was struggling with the year 6 class I was going to teach. So what I done, I said, you know what? I'm going to punish this year 6 class. I want to show off.
Okay.
I want to show off and I want to show her that, I'm the man. I could be the man of her house, let alone the classroom. So we did silent reading from 2 p.m. to 3:30.
Specs. How old? What year was this? Year 6.
Year 6. They did silent reading. She's in the classroom with me, so I've turned the supply teacher into a TA, teaching assistants, which means she sits down with them, and I'm at the front looking at them, and they've got their head down, looking at the books. And for me, I was like, mate. And then after, when we went back to the staff room and I was chatting to her, she's like, yeah, my husband. I was like, oh, no, I can't even go. Yeah, I can't even go back now.
You put in all that work.
Put in all that work, and she's got a husband.
I know you're a bad guy to the kids as well. I had a French teacher who, she was cool, This is when I first went to secondary school. I think year 7. She was cool. She was one of the few teachers that we would actually respect. We wouldn't act up too bad or used to have fun, even though French was difficult. I never understood it. Then she went away for a couple of weeks, and everyone was like, "Oh shit, what's going on?" Someone found out that what happened was her brother had died.
Wait.
That's not the end of the story. That's not the end of the story. That's not the end of the story.
Rest in peace.
Rest
my
in
friend.
peace. So she came back after a couple of weeks, and she was like, she looked very stressed. She looked very like dark. Obviously, she was close to her brother. I don't know what the situation was, but we'd heard that her brother had died. She came in, took the first class. Everyone was making up bear noise. She came in. Everyone was like, "Oh shit, she's back. We don't know how to behave, whatever." And then my friend Alan was an original no rules guy.
No way I am.
Just as she was like introing the class, like, "Yeah, I'm back. I'm not going to talk about what happened, blah, 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 blah." And it was, "So sorry, miss." Yeah. I think we should all have a moment's silence for Mrs. Brother. She went crazy. She started screaming, throwing stuff, kicked him out of the class. She never came back.
But he was being respectful though. We was trying a little
If
thing.
you knew Alan, he weren't being respectful.
You know what? For me, I'm going to do a 3-second silence for Mrs. Brother.
Anyway, good to have you here, Boat.
Thank you very
Tigo,
much.
can
sir.
I just say to you,
He don't give a shit.
No, apparently not. No.
I remember on FilthyFellas, I think after the first or second episode, remember you said I was terrible?
When you, I was just about to say when you were awful.
He sent me a 1 kilometer voice note.
Really? That was voice note era?
Yeah. He sent me a voice note.
new.
And it was probably one of the most motivating voice note. It probably turned my mind.
Really?
Because I said to you, I was like, bro, I was thinking about it, thinking this ain't for me. And he, in a voice that was telling me what I need to do to be
I always say this to Boat as well. Easily the most underrated Filthy Fella.
100%.
For me, filming with Boat, in terms of guiding the structure of the show and everything, there's no one better than Boat. Everyone else gets they get carried away. Boat knows what we're trying to achieve whenever he's in there. Here's what we're talking about. Let's build some walls. Let's work within these walls. Let's get the jokes out like that. Laugh at other people's jokes, even when they're not funny. Boat will give you. Boat will sell your joke.
Oh,
for
you've
you.
given me that loud laugh that
You know
makes
what it
me
is?
keep going.
What made it weird for me is that because I know Specs before this, it's like, raw. How come you're dead on camera? Like it didn't make sense in my head. 'Cause you didn't know Specs.
No.
Specs being dead on camera just didn't make sense. Like bringing him on Filthy Fellas was the best decision of whoever made it. I mean, who told you to come that day? I think it was Paul. Did Paul tell you to come that day?
Yeah, Paul has been pushing me to come on there and that.
For
But
ages.
I don't understand.
And when Specs, I can't lie to you. Oh, Specs, you had a stinker.
The first one.
Oh.
With the big jacket and big glasses.
I'm not talking about the swag. What you said or what you didn't say. Oh, fella. It was just. I said, this is Specs in a shell inside a ball under the covers. I don't know. Pause.
But this guy's 6'10" looking at me.
Yes, it's
So I'm like,
this
is Joe. This is Joe again.
Do you know what the thing as
You know
well
what I mean?
is? Do you know what the thing as well is? In those early days, when people would come in and it wasn't like someone with a following or whatever, I would automatically just be like,
Yeah, Tigo was skeptical.
Poet, you're just making my life difficult.
why
Because
you
there's
bring your
people
friends?
who I really like Kavan and Triplet, and even now Ranger when he came on, like those are good guys, yeah, but like they had nothing on camera. Like you think now Ranger, who's obviously got so much going on in his career,
Yeah, no,
and,
he's
everything, and
all on
since
camera.
then he's got a lot better. He did True Geordie and everything else.
Big up now, Ranger.
But when Poet would bring people through, there was a point in my brain where I was like, unless it was Spencer Owen or like someone who's experienced on camera, I had very little patience.
I hear what you're saying. Poets, you don't. It's hard to trust poets' judgment at times.
That back then, now,
Back then, yeah. Not now,
I
I'm just saying
totally
then, yeah,
trust
of course,
it.
of course.
Like he brings me people, and I'm like, yeah, I don't since Savage Dan, I'll just be like, nah, because you know what? I was always like, I don't really want a Chelsea fan, I don't really want a Chelsea fan, and then he bought Savage Dan,
Savage works.
who I knew because I listened to the podcast and everything, but I was always like, this guy's over the top. He's not real.
No.
There's no way this. And then you meet him,
And then you
go,
meet him in it. Oh shit! That's what.
God
it was.
damn, yeah,
yeah.
That's
That
it. It's too real.
That VN was key, man.
He said 1 kilometer long.
That VN was key. That was key. And I just want people to know that's the stuff that Bolt does. It's not about on camera, off camera. It's a lot. Obviously, at my Red Cups events, he hosts everyone with his energy. And the best thing you've done. Now hold on. We're not going to kill Miles again. We understand, you buoyed Miles. No, you buoyed Miles.
No.
But do you remember that day
That's
when
the worst thing he did.
Do you remember when I brought Miles to you? Right, just wait, hold on. This is amazing, Tigo. I brought Miles to Bolt. Like, what's going on? Yeah. Oh. I said to Bolt. I said to Miles, tell me what you just said to Bolt right now. We're here. We're grown. Let's talk. Miles looked at me and goes, Specs. I told Bolt, like basically, he's like, I'm not a dickhead.
I remember what he's talking about.
And Bolt said to him, Miles, that's not what you said to me.
Yeah, but the problem with Boat is one of the most literal people I've ever known. When you say something to Boat, it better happen exactly as you said it happened.
Yes.
Because you'll be like, oh, I was there and I was wearing green shoes. Tigo. The shoes were blue. You'd be like, shit, I can't remember what we were talking about. Boat just killed me.
But when he corrected Miles, you didn't say that. You didn't. Don't show off in front of Specs.
Yeah.
Miles looked at him like it was his dad talking. I remember his dad's not around.
Specs, man. Shit.
You don't play. You cannot give Bolt misinformation.
No, you can't.
We live in an era of misinformation, innit? All we see on Twitter is misinformation. And I hate challenging it, but I have to sometimes.
You don't hate. All you do is challenge.
Face to face, I'm
What was it
challenging
on WhatsApp this weekend with that Marcus Rashford's going to win goal of the month for the penalty?
I'm just going to speak about that.
For the penalty, and
just gonna
Boat's
speak about
like, well, no, because Scott McTominay scored against Arsenal.
Because he did.
He did. You're right.
So
you're right.
therefore, we are basing our LOLs on bullshit. Let's not. That's all I'm saying. And it went round. There's 2 Twitter accounts. I think on my Twitter, I actually posted both of them and said, like, which one of these dickheads copied the other with this misinformation? You're making people laugh fakely. This is bullshit.
Do you think people actually laugh at that stuff, though? Or do
Yes.
they just just post it to annoy Man United fans?
But that, plus laugh, T-goal. Like, there's some people that laugh at it. Yeah. Oh, my God, you man only scored 1 goal this month and it was a penalty. And I'm like, bro, do you watch football? Because if you do, don't say that.
I love the stick Man United fans are getting right now.
It's awful.
I love it.
Yeah. This is borderline worse than Moyes. It could
100%.
It could no. Moyes would no. Let's not. Moyes was bad.
Did you see the news that you've got the biggest wage bill of all time right now?
It's always
What?
been that, surely. No,
Right now.
really. Isn't it always really been? We've always been top 2 anyway.
You've been higher, yeah.
Yeah. So that's not a big deal. What the big deal is, I wouldn't mind a higher wage bill, but we've got some trash. Like, we've got some real
Yeah,
trash.
you actually haven't got many good players.
We haven't got many great, top, good players. So what can I'm getting it these days, boy. I'm getting it these days.
But it builds character. You've been, since FilthyFellas begun, really.
Yeah.
You had that one season where you finished second, but even then you weren't happy.
Oh my gosh, Man United ain't done nothing since we started FilthyFellas.
Well, no, they have. They won the Europa League. They've won the FA Cup.
As I said,
That's what I mean.
we ain't
They've
done-
won stuff. They never won the league.
ain't
And
done
just
nothing.
Just imagine we was recording Filthy when they were beating Arsenal 8-2s and that.
Yeah. Maybe though, we wouldn't have got as good footage because we would have just been a bit more
no,
smug.
but Arsenal fans would have been.
Well, one second. One second. We're not gonna go past. Since I've come on for fellas, you and Scripps had a Man United freestyle.
Yeah, they had 2 actually.
Yeah, we
Had
had 2.
two?
There's 2 still, yeah.
So
We thought we were coming back. That's why. Yeah.
that was Moyes.
No.
Was it Van Gaal?
Yeah, Van Gaal. Yeah, Van Gaal. It wasn't Moyes.
We never filmed in the Moyes era, did we? First season was Van Gaal.
First season was Van Gaal. Yeah.
You got out the back seat of a car with 2 people in it. Which is just you and Scripps. I didn't understand that.
Yeah,
wait,
no one was driving.
Wait, firstly, I believe I got at the front seat. See, you're talking about me challenging.
So why was the seat forward?
Passenger.
Okay, no, I think Scripps got at the back seat.
Scripps did get out of the back seat.
So why was Scripps in the back and you sitting there? Oh, you lot had Uber them time as well? I don't understand why. What was that
Did
about?
Uber sign the waiver? Did he sign the release form?
You lot are stupid. We had a mate.
Do you know what annoyed me about that video?
Was it America?
The shadows. If you look
Oh,
at the
they were
video,
bait.
it's just like shadows on everything.
There was no quality. See, this is a real like production man talking. We just thought, let's get the freestyle on camera, innit? So
I
we
was
had-
happy you did it though.
Yeah,
I was happy you did
it worked. I think, I'm not going to lie, and it's not me taking credit, but it's like, I feel like I've seen certain things happening like that since then.
100%.
Like man spitting bars about their football teams and that. I've actually, since
Oh,
then.
yeah, that's very
it
true.
actually genuinely
That is
happened.
very
Yeah.
true.
We dropped a lot of ideas that other people picked up and made successful. And that's not to say, we should have carried on, but kind of like, I'm glad that you guys don't do a lot of the things that other people do.
Other people are doing,
But we tried them and we were like, think 3-4 steps down the line, we're going to be doing some corny shit. Let's drop this now. Because it would have got corny.
Yeah.
It would have got corny.
What, is it getting there now?
Oh, it's cool. It's cool. Football fan culture is super corny.
What, so you're not spitting no more?
I didn't say that. I'm just lazy.
But you still got it in you.
100%.
Because me personally, when I used to when you used to like feature on Scribs and poets, I remember used to watch it on Channel U. You used to always come after Mr. Wong. I don't know why, it was just my TV. So Mr. Wong will be talking. I'll put the volume down. You guys will come up, put the volume back up, and you will come up with the last verse.
Ask Poet.
And you always, for me, won the song.
They would say that though. Poet said that. I think that's why Poet's got a thing against me still.
You should take it seriously, man.
Yeah. We'll see. They say all talents for a reason, innit? So let's see.
Yeah, they do say. Who's they? I don't know who they.
They say.
Yeah, I say both.
I say that.
I say both.
Boy of all talents.
Yeah, that's a lot of talents.
You got a lot of talent, though.
It depends on what you're talking about.
So, last thing, because obviously you got talent, and obviously we're all guys. We all get the shoulders shaking.
Okay.
We all get the shoulders shaking. By yourself, when the shoulders shaking, how does it feel with those hands?
Okay.
Don't okay me. It's not okay to make the shoulders shake with those hands.
Specs, you're fucking. I mean, that's some information I'd rather keep to
Well,
myself.
you can't even answer it unless. Well, I guess you can. No, you can because you can compare it to other hands.
They say your hands, yeah, all men.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be the
The
length
size.
of your material.
Yeah.
This here.
Well, when it stands up or when it is
What?
Just
Thumb to finger.
Thumb to bottom of the thumb to top of the finger. Yeah, that's supposed to be your length when you're chilling, when you're relaxed. Yeah, and they also say that your hands are supposed to be fitted to what you have.
Who's they?
That's what they say.
You
That's-
keep talking
No, but
about
it's
they.
No, listen, the same way I said, you know what they say about guys with big hands. Yeah, some say big gloves. Others say, big dicks.
You also said that they say boy of all talents,
Yeah,
but
that's
we
true.
narrowed that down to
okay,
you
so
say
that's
that.
me. That's me. But yeah, obviously that's me. But no, seriously, this is a thing. You heard this stuff.
Who said this? Put in Vuj.
Little hand guys.
Who said it?
Did you check Denzel's hands?
I didn't check Denzel's hands, you know. Is he got big hands as well?
I don't know.
Because
I'm
Denzel,
saying.
Denzel
Yeah.
was on that show. His voice is deep. Like if he coughs,
Yeah, but that's a
you
cover
feel it
up.
in your feet.
That's a cover up for a small dick.
Is it?
Yeah, it's to seem manly out.
Pipe, please.
Yeah.
We say pipe on this show.
Oh, is that what we say?
Yeah, I call it pipe situation.
Piperation.
Pipe situation. What? Sorry, what was the piperation?
Piperation.
Don't you think that's a problem that we got words for these situations?
Oh, it's just for me. I only please myself with my own words. That's what I like about no rules and myself. I make up my own words. If you don't understand, you don't understand. Me and Issues have got a word that no one understands. We say Madakat. No one knows. It just means money. That's it.
So
Yeah.
that's
everyone
why he
knows
was
now.
screaming at that guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I make up my own words, and so piperation, and then there's other words I might use. for other people.
Scripps has got a word that he's made up, or a
What's that?
language.
What's that?
Ask him about the language that he has created since he's been about 10 years old.
Is that annoying thing he does where he goes,
Oh, no, not that one.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Because he even told me he used to stand up in school and slap himself at times just to get attention. Yeah, no.
He's never coming on the show.
Yeah. What do you
He
mean? He
has
has
to come
to.
on the show.
He has to come on the show and do that. But no, he's got a language, and there's words. Mushkaka, demdede. There's another one. Budigi, something like that. Yeah. These are. It's a language. Ask him about it.
Is
when
it
he
Latin?
Huh?
Is it Latin?
No, he created it himself.
Should
That's a
never
massive
have
L.
dropped out of uni, man.
I can't wait to meet Scribs, man.
Ask him. Just say to Scripps, I heard you got a language. Speak it to me. Just say that to him. And he will speak fluent.
Mushkaka.
Yeah, mushkaka. That's the main word there. Mushkaka.
All right, so we've introduced Boat. It's very exciting to have him here. He's got a Coke.
I know.
He's got gloves. He's got Flumax. But because there's no rules, it's time for Serious Sundays. Now, normally on Serious Sundays, you'll put a tweet out and you'll say, everyone send in your questions.
Okay.
Today, we're just going to dip into the comments on YouTube.
What people have commented on the video.
Commenting on videos
Okay,
previously.
alright,
We're just going to get this is open to everybody.
Before we do
Some of them are
comments, do you want
questions, some of them.
nuts?
What kind of nuts you got?
Pistachios.
Salted or?
Sorted.
No, I'm fine.
No? Okay.
Thank you, though.
I'm not doing that. I'm pescatarian.
Describe what a pescatarian is.
What, in my imagination?
Describe what a pescatarian is.
Someone that doesn't want pistachios from someone with big hands. It's up to me. You asked me. Yeah. It's up to me.
That's true. It's true.
That's why I like. You can answer it any way you want.
Well, you can, yeah. Not everyone can. First comment is from The Manor. Do you know who The Manor are?
The Manor, that's the area.
There's a club in Manor House called the Manor.
So
Yeah.
the Manor are a group, very, very successful group. They're headlining Brixton Academy.
Ooh, invite me down, man.
Cold.
I'll come down there and watch.
Cold.
But they're friends of our friend, Joe Walker.
Okay.
And they say the Remember Wrestling segment is incredible.
It is. I must say, I have to rate. What's his name? The Manor. They wrote
Manor,
that.
yeah.
They're right. That section, and especially with your knowledge of wrestling and back in the day, is excellent. And you talk about the most challenging, funny times. Like, I'm rating him. That's a great comment. It's the truth.
I'm happy that my family, through the benefits and stuff, could afford Sky. Because I remembered moments, like there was things that happened in front of me that just stored in the database of my brain. And I never knew that, 20 years later, AJC, After Jesus Christ, I get to talk about it on the No Rule Show. Boy, thanks to the 1 kilometer VN.
Wrestling's been creeping into our content for a long time, though.
Old school wrestling.
Yeah, on Filthy and it's just been creeping in. It's a unifying thing, I think, for males of a certain age.
Is that not just a thing for us lot? That's a thing?
I think
It's massive. It's massive.
I
No,
think
it's
a
massive.
thing.
It's
I think
massive.
It's a thing.
Listen,
Wrestling was
all the wrestlers we've watched have left wrestling and now cussing wrestling. So now it's even more interesting.
Yeah, because they have their own opinion on it. It's like,
They're
we were the
exposing
stars,
Vince.
we did
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
But the storylines, remember, I believe the storylines.
What are you talking about? When people listen, I've had wrestling matches over man telling me that wrestling's not real. Are you
Yeah.
dumb? Don't get me mad. I used to
Sold me a
have
dream.
some fights. Don't
Sold
do
me a
that
dream,
because
man.
they sold me a big dream. Here's a question. It's gonna sound funny. me
I
asking.
hope this is one of the guys that's up high.
No, it's a wrestler that I want to know. Where is he now? Let's go Dust.
Goldust is in
AEW, All Elite Wrestling. So there's a new
Yeah.
federation that they've started.
He still wrestles.
Yeah.
His little brother.
Son.
It's
Why
his
are we
brother.
arguing
his
here?
son.
Well,
It's his brother.
What's his name? Cody
Rhodes is his
That's
brother.
his son.
No, it's
Cody
not.
Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
To
Are
your
we talking
sense
about blood or
of
just
confidence.
the-
Brother, no.
Yeah.
So Dusty Rhodes, you remember Dusty Rhodes?
Yes, yeah.
Dusty Rhodes is Goldust's dad. He's no longer with us.
Don't know why we find them so funny on this show. What the hell?
And Cody Rhodes is Goldust's little brother.
Yeah.
So Cody Rhodes went and started a new federation, and he got the guy who owns Fulham and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Al Fayed.
No. Alpha Eight sold it, remember?
Oh,
To Shad Khan.
okay.
His son Tony Khan is funding a new wrestling federation called All Elite Wrestling. It's on like ITV Player. It's not on TV.
And he hired Jim Ross.
Jim Ross is on there.
Jim Ross is on AEW.
Yeah.
Wow. And Goldust is really still. How old is that brother? He must be 50 something. Man.
He's definitely older. He's older than Kim Kardashian.
He's 50.
50. He had to be, man. He's still wrestling. Can he stick or take it?
He's
right now?
broke, man.
Yeah, he must be.
He's
No,
broke, man.
no, because I think it's because his brother runs the federation. That's why he's.
Oh,
still
so
going.
he's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a backhander. Pause. Who did you guys expect to make it to Hollywood? Because I always expected The Rock. He was always theatrical. But like aside from The Rock, as a wrestler, when you was watching, who did you think, oh, he could be an actor one?
Undertaker.
Well, Undertaker was in what was it? Suburban Commando.
But he
So
didn't
was
make
Hulk
it.
Hogan
He was
as
in
well, so,
something,
yeah.
but he didn't make
I
it.
thought Undertaker could be the new Jason.
Jesus.
Yeah, because of the slow.
The
scary
slow.
walk.
Everything was just no
Yeah.
pace.
Yeah.
Do you know who I thought could make it? D'Lo Brown. He
You
was
know-
a bit eccentric.
Do you know D'Lo Brown was like super smart? He was like an accountant or something.
What?
Outside of
Yeah. And he was like one of the guys who would like once he retired, he would tell wrestlers how to do the matches. Like, okay, you do this, then you do this, then here's where the finish comes, and jump off of this and all that.
Okay, so
so he's like one of those smart guys. Yeah.
Where's he now? I'll
Dunno.
find.
No, I don't know.
I'll find him. I'll find him.
I just
D'Lo
know
Brown.
little bits about wrestling and what happened. Like somehow it just gets in the brain. And
Tigo, where do you get that information?
it's like Football Manager, right? If you tell me something about a football player right now, it saves in my database, like Football Manager. So someone tells me something about wrestling, it saves like in a Football Manager file.
Okay, all right, cool.
I just know that stuff.
D'Lo Brown, I thought he was eccentric. I thought he could have done something, with the head bop, like just at least, even if he was a wrestler in a film, sort of thing, that kind of vibe. Yeah, nah.
Well, Big Show was in Waterboy.
Yes. He was
Kevin
terrible.
Nash and Goldberg were in the whole longest yard.
I can't take
with Adam
Goldberg.
Sandler?
I can't take Goldberg seriously in anything other than
All
wrestling.
these films you've seen that I've watched, when I saw these wrestlers in the movie, I didn't see these wrestlers in the movie.
They're that good at acting.
I took that. No, I just because I couldn't imagine it. Like, no,
Yeah.
you.
I
this
can't
is-
imagine
no.
Goldberg acting.
Like The Rock and Kevin Hart is like when I look at The Rock now when he does his stuff, Kevin Hart, and he does his films, I'm like, oh, what's that film, the big one?
Yeah.
With Paul Walker.
Oh, no, maybe
What's
not.
that one with the Paul Walker? Fast
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Obviously, Paul Walker's not with us.
True.
Hold on a second.
Was that 6 seconds silence?
Well,
Was that 7?
I don't know. All right.
So,
go on.
so when I saw The Rock in that film, I was just like, nah, man.
You didn't take it seriously.
Nah.
He did the rock bottom.
That's what I'm saying to you. Come
my
on, man.
God.
You can't be doing the rock bottom in the films.
I don't see why not.
It worked.
Films will be better with more rock bottom, more stunners.
more those things
more
in them.
choke
Yeah,
slams.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, Stone Cold made a few things, innit?
Yeah, he made a film. You remember that time?
Come
I
in.
was in Portugal and I messaged you. I was sitting outside a bar in Portugal and I was like, Specs, on Portuguese TV right now, it's a film with Stone Cold
Speaking Portuguese.
and he was with, I want to say, Vinnie Jones.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Let's see if,
Yeah,
let's see if
look
that's
that
real.
up, Reed.
Let me see if
Come
that's
on.
real.
Come
Let
on.
me see if that's real.
We need to be serious.
Big up Vinnie Jones, man. Just he lost his wife as well, by the way. So
Is it?
I fought with him. Yeah, I saw it today.
Okay.
The Condemned.
That's it.
Stone Cold Steve Austin
Mm-hmm.
and Vinnie Jones. All right, so another comment from
my
Ryan Smith.
What? We're at my school. This with Arsenal.
Brian Smith, yeah.
It may be him.
Oh,
It may be him. Can we get a retro wrestling fan page? Want to get this going? Love these memories. What year did it start getting like it is now? 2006? What year did wrestling fall off?
I'm going to be real with you. I stopped watching it in 05. Yeah, last year of school, 05.
Was that when your Sky cut?
It was my secondary school period. No, from year 4 to 05. So what was year 4? 99, 98, 97, I think. Yeah, 97
Everyone, you can work out how old Boat is from that.
Yeah, I don't know if I actually did that, bro. 97, 98, and until actually 96 until 05. So anything after that is I'll say 05. It started.
Wrestling
dying.
was done
05,
from when
man.
John Cena tore his quad in the ring.
In the ring.
Yeah. That was like 06.
Do you reckon there was a good era with John Cena in it? To me, I stopped watching it when like WCW came over and then they started, with the John Cena era and the Daniel Bryan.
The John Cena era was okay at the beginning. At the beginning.
I
When
didn't
he-
like it because he used to rap.
Yeah, that's what made. At least he had something. It was terrible, but it had something to sell for you to like tune into. Oh my god, like he's gonna rap. It's terrible, but yeah, it's entertaining. I think that's when it started falling off. So whenever that was, end of 05, 06, I
Yeah,
believe. Yeah,
yeah.
John Cena era. Yeah, that's when I.
When I first saw John Cena and Eddie Guerrero, they were heat wrestlers. I don't know if you don't remember, but when I was watching the Rock Austin time, these guys were coming on Channel 4, 45 minutes, doing moves. When they did their special move them times, no one cared.
No one cared about it, innit? Yeah.
And then years later, you got these baggy jeans, you're coming out. Well, short jeans, by the way. I think they were 9 quarter lengths. And you got a mic in your hand, you're rapping. I'm like, no, you're the guy that did a special move on Channel 4, and the crowd was sitting down.
No one can take you seriously now. Yeah.
The next comment is JNew17. Everyone is doing podcast! Exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point. Don't know what to listen to nowadays, LOL. Well, not DMD.
Ha ha ha! Tigo, that was low, cuz. True, but low, bro.
I'll be with you, yeah. You know what? Like, I watch weird things at home anyway, yeah. But I thought to myself, I didn't realize that this conversation here is what we do every day.
All the time. That's why Filthy Fellas and this and
You know what I'm
everything
saying?
else you lot do works.
So we might as well. We might as well just put it out there and see. Because I'm not serious. I'm not going to talk to you about. You can't talk to me about knife crime. You can't talk to me about race.
Why?
Can't talk
Specs?
because I just don't give a damn about those things. Like I just for me it's just like we'll be here all day. I ain't got time. I just want to talk about things that I mostly like: wrestling, football,
Blondes.
blondies, pipes,
Specs.
Steve Irwin.
Specs.
No, come on, these things. Sunset Beach,
You forgot Steve Irwin isn't here with us anymore.
of course. But I'm still looking for the person that killed him.
It was a stingray.
It wasn't his stingray. It was a stingray that's free today.
And so you wanna?
We looked it up actually. Stingrays live long enough to still be alive. That one could still be alive.
If you know who it was, let me know. You know, because you look like you look like you don't want to snitch.
Specs. It was a stingray, bro.
Yeah.
Well, another comment comes from I.
Who? Come from who?
I.
Me.
Or does that mean because the eye is low and the spam's behind him? Or does that mean, what does that mean?
You can decide after you hear the comment.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
the letter I, and the comment is, I would let Specs eat my booty.
Okay. We're gonna decide.
What
You
kind
know
of
me,
eye is it?
I'm a booty eater.
No. And it's not his thing.
You could have ketchup on it.
Yeah.
You could have BBQ sauce on it.
Bread and butter. It's not.
It's
gonna
not going in my
work.
lips.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I'm a very fussy eater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even a bowl cat.
Yeah, a lot of people will take what you're saying as being like, Specs is a very stern man when
No,
it
no.
comes to
Oh,
sexuality.
please.
And, no, he just doesn't eat stuff.
Yeah, that's it. It's not even.
I don't eat.
It's just
I don't eat. So eating booty is just not it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, but I can't do it to you.
Even if it's a proper situation.
Who?
Aye.
If this listen, even if it's flipping Linda McMahon when she was 31,
You say that, Specs, and then she's in front of you, bent over.
I'll say, Linda, turn around, stand up, let's talk. I'm not interested.
This comment comes from Abs with a Z.
Okay.
Abs is a common Somali name. It's short for Abdi. I've got a friend called Abs. Pick up my boy Abs. He's Somali. I know. I'm from. Listen, that's my neighbours. I know them anyway.
The comment is, yo, Specs loves talking about Somalis.
Told
Hello.
I told you, fam. I told you.
That is amazing. You said that before.
Do you know what I don't like though? I've been getting messages now on my gram of Somali pirates telling me, listen, we're coming for you.
Specs, you draw them out a lot. So what do you expect?
I put them on the map, but this is my thing. Pirates, you come for me. You can't call the government and try and get money because I ain't got no ships. You will never see me by the sea. So all you pirates are messaging me, you need to pirate away.
You're an idiot.
We've been on a boat before
You ain't gonna catch me with that kind of boat.
in Paris.
Yeah, that's safe, man.
Very.
And I can swim, by the way. Only front stroke.
Only
Front stroke. So I can't do backstroke. I can't swim on my back, going backwards.
can't do breaststroke.
You wouldn't do backstroke. I think you're way too like paranoid to
Yeah,
swim
it's just
backstroke.
front. But
You don't.
not from the back of the head, you know what I mean? You can't see if the shark's coming.
Specs, you're not getting away whichever stroke you're doing, pal.
Is it? You can't get away from front stroke with sharks.
You can't.
Do you know what? I've got a fact actually. Sharks think you're the what's it called? The seal?
Okay.
That's why they come for you.
Pardon me?
Is that a
Yeah,
fact?
that's a fact.
Is that
They
something?
don't eat humans, but they think because they're sealed. Once they bite you, and all that blood comes out, it's like, okay, you know what? Let's taste this anyway.
I like the fact that's a fact.
Yeah. No, it's that's written. It's
Yeah.
down somewhere. That's factual.
They
yeah?
think you're a seal.
That's Discovery Channel.
That's Discovery
That's watching
Channel.
2 hours of Discovery Channel. Discovery Channel don't lie.
Nidsmo, this is the final comment. Nidsmo says Specs should do stand up. Crying face, crying face.
But I'm gonna ask you a question because it's been on my mind. Me and you had this chat.
Okay.
Do you think I should do stand up, or I could do stand up? In your opinion,
No,
why?
because you are stand up is scripted, and you have to write a script. You know, you have to write your jokes down, and for you, there's no rules. So it just comes.
That's how
and
I
it
feel.
goes. Yeah.
So imagine me and Tigo. We did a outside the box interview with James Harden.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah, we had a chat, and afterwards, he's I don't know if it was his manager or his the representative
Yeah, tour manager or something.
tour manager
Yeah.
something,
Okay.
came to me and said, look, listen, do you want to come Houston and do some stand up? I don't do stand up, but he was like, it was like he was fought like
No, it was like James really thought you were funny. Was it? They had Mike Epps was going to do the hosting,
Yeah.
and
Not everybody that is funny can do stand up.
Stand-up.
You are. You see, some. It's gonna sound so weird. Some comedians are not naturally funny. They are funny when they think about it. You're just funny. That's
I
it.
don't know though, man.
What
You
do
know what? Do you know what?
Think
Do you know
about
what
it.
I'll say?
Go on.
Specs more so now. He has an idea of what he's gonna make into the big jokes. Like obviously, he can joke with you non-stop. He can just go right. Let's joke about,
about this.
your jumper.
Yeah,
and he'll run.
That's yeah.
But a lot of the time, there's jokes that he can Like he's building on.
Kind of build up.
Building them on.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I think there is something there. I do think there's something there.
Maybe 10 years time. 10 years time, that might
Mo
be.
the Comedian's got a special out.
Yeah, I see that.
It's time for No Rules News. And we're going to start with the Mirror. Mirror provide a lot, actually, for No Rules News.
Okay.
And they report, Labrador retriever called Molly shoots woman with loaded gun. The dog shot its owner's caretaker in a freak accident in Enid, Oklahoma by stepping on pistol in a car.
So first of all, there's a gun in the car on the floor.
Yeah, well,
It's America, yeah.
that's not shocking, Specs, because we're in America, just like Tigo said.
But it's in the car.
Do you remember actually when Maggie in The Simpsons, there was a gun on the floor of the car?
No.
Yeah, that when she shot Mr. Burns.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't in the.
Yeah,
it was
because
in the
Homer
car,
grabs the lolly and yeah.
Okay, here's
I
my
ain't seen
because
this.
technically, well, she could have been licensed. I'm guessing this woman was licensed, yeah, Molly or whatever her name is. How's it garden in a position for the dog to step on and shoot somebody?
How small is a Lamborghini? How small is it?
Sorry, ask that question again.
How small is a Lamborghini?
Lamborghini.
I want him
What's
to
it
say.
called? What's the dog called?
Say again.
Lamborghini.
Are you talking about Turkish food or a dog?
I'm talking about the dog you guys are talking about.
Labrador, Specs. Say again.
Labrador.
Thank you. Because what you said before was a crazy mix-up. You said Lamborghini.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, though.
Maybe I don't.
Labrador. No, let's go to Labrador. Just pretend I'm saying Labrador.
Labradors are bigger dogs.
Yeah, they're big. They're big dog.
Bigger than Pablo.
Labrador. Just trying to remember.
There he is.
It's a big
Oh,
ass
that's
dog.
not a dog.
Why is that not a
It's a
dog?
wolf.
That's not a dog. That's a dorse. It's a dog and a horse.
All right, okay.
It's a dorse.
Yeah.
And that dog shot his owner. I say sorry to the dog, I can't lie, because if you get angry, it might start biting you. What the hell?
Tina Springer, 44, was taken to hospital after the weapon went off as she sat in the passenger seat at a railway crossing in Enid, Oklahoma. It is believed the dog, Molly, became startled at the crossing and leapt onto the pistol stored in the center console of the vehicle. Brent Park, 79, who was driving the car at the time, told the police his yellow Labrador retriever shot Miss Springer, his caretaker, in the thigh. Nah, it sounds like he shot her. It sounds like he
Exactly,
was
and you're
barking.
blaming it on the dog.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
There is no... What, one shot in the thigh?
Yeah,
So obviously in
quick
America,
bang.
when you go, when you go to court, sometimes these jails give you 200 years in jail.
Yeah.
Does that mean the dog can go jail? Because it should do. America doesn't make sense anyway. Donald Trump,
It could go dog jail, yeah, get put down. Yeah, it could, Specs. Not in court.
Speaking of America, yeah, I've been watching this documentary called. It's coming. Just give me 2 seconds. I told you what it was called the other day, didn't I?
Fahrenheit 9/11?
No, it's called.
Just randomly
Oh, it's
guessing
called
documentaries.
Living Undocumented.
No.
So basically, it's about the Mexicans and people from Honduras and basically all the Americans that are getting deported. And it's mad how one family, so the husband was married to a Mexican woman. They've got 3 girls, but she doesn't have a stay in the country.
Okay.
But the husband was a former soldier for the US and A. He went to Iraq, wherever it was. Was it Iraq? They went to go on war? Was it Afghanistan? Wherever it was.
Gulf War II, probably,
Yeah. He went and fought for 3 years. And he come back and they still deported her.
But they were married, did you say?
Yeah.
I don't think that's legal.
What do you think?
If I fight for you,
Yeah.
you owe me everything. Oh, no, just remember back in the day in school, you're having a fight or someone trying to rush in, boys come and back you.
Yeah.
Those boys were your boys forever.
Yeah, you owe them.
Just that small situation.
Of course.
You can't let this mummy with the 3 daughters stay in the country because of Donald Trump's new rules.
Yep.
Listen, there's a Brexit update coming, so we're probably not far off that in London.
I'm not really a fan of it. But when I was a kid, America was like, yeah, I want to go there.
Yeah, then you grow up.
Nah, I'm just waiting for a big tsunami.
I wouldn't go that far. Skits didn't get let in. It can't be that bad.
Hey, listen.
Did they skits in?
Why have we not had a serious conversation about the fact that he flew out to fly back without going
On
out?
his birthday.
On his birthday. He didn't exit the airport, did he?
Happened to Dazza
Is it?
just last week.
Yeah.
Dazza went to New York,
Yeah.
so they can't get in.
To come back.
To come back. He's wearing brown shoes, like you. So the saying is, don't wear brown shoes in the plane.
Shoes in America. Next story comes from the Metro. Man had tweezers stuck in his urethra for 4 years.
That doesn't even sound.
In what? In where?
Urethra, somewhere in the penile area.
Doctors have taken part in a delicate operation to remove a foreign object from inside a man's penis. The patient, 22, who was not named, claimed he did not suffer any pain since he inserted the pair of tweezers into his urethra 4 years earlier. Doctors applied pressure on either side of the penis to keep the 2.7-inch tweezers closed while squeezing them out from the base of the shaft.
You're making my body feel funny.
Yeah.
I would rather have. What's the one that makes your pee burn? What's that one?
Viagra.
No, man. It's an STD.
Yeah, okay.
Chlamydia.
Gonorrhea.
Gonorrhea, right.
Then have an operation. Oh, 4 years? The thing was inside you 4 years.
But it makes sense. If you're gonna have sex with a RoboCop, that's what's gonna happen. Metal's gonna go inside your penis.
Just to be clear,
Oh my god.
that is where the tweezers were. For 4
It's
years.
uncomfortable.
For 4 years.
See, he was struggling to get it up for 4 years, and he didn't wonder why. What a dickhead. Not bad.
I don't know if he was struggling. He probably was getting it up, and it was staying up because it had a
Metal in there.
backbone.
Oh man.
I like that.
That's disgusting, man. That's worse than a piercing.
It's definitely worse than a piercing.
Specs.
Yeah.
You cannot compare that to a piercing, bro.
Listen, some heavy metal guys go and get their piercing on their pipes, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
Crazy.
Okay, another story. This one from 2Fab. Man killed eating fish cake that was too hot.
It's not the fish cake. It's the fact that he's dead.
His throat swelled from the burns so badly that he choked to death.
Shit.
A wedding planner was killed after eating food that was too hot. Darren Hickey was sampling fish cake that burned the back of his throat so badly that the swelling caused him to asphyxiate. Apparently, the freak accident occurred on April 4th, just as he was leaving the wedding venue he managed. The 51-year-old was given the sample by a chef to try. An inquest heard it. I mean, what?
That's what? That's some belated April Fool's joke. Someone gave him a funny fish cake. That is what man are talking about when talking about.
Or maybe the fish cake was
yamming
on
fish.
fighting back inside the body.
The fish.
Yeah, the
as
fish.
a cake. Yeah.
When they're saying don't yam fish, then maybe that's what they mean.
Because I don't eat seafood, so that's not me.
You're not that person. Yeah.
Well, something that is you is that after scalding his throat, the pain was so bad that he went to an urgent care ward. However, he was sent home with just paracetamol, which is probably the specs diagnosis for every single problem.
I would have done the same thing.
We just said it on paracetamol.
If I have a heart attack, paracetamol.
It's dangerous though.
I feel like paracetamol makes me feel better
It
all the time.
It doesn't because my brain seizure came from after I was given paracetamol.
Is it?
Yeah.
So paracetamol's not good?
It's not about the paracetamol. It's the fact that there was water on my brain and they didn't recognize it. I thought it was just a normal headache.
Misdiagnosis, man. It's fucked. Yeah.
That's the thing about these doctors, isn't it? If they have an argument with their wife and go to work,
You can say the wrong.
If I lose a foot manager, I'm a doctor, I've lost some foot manager. You say your nose is blocked. You know what I mean? Here, take some sweets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's about
That's
the
what,
mood.
that's what doctors can do.
You can carry your mood
I
to
was
work.
watching Triple H's recovery from his injury. It was, I think it was a tore pec muscle, the chest. He tore his muscle here.
Yeah.
And
I saw that.
you saw that, where there was basically what a doctor he wanted from the first injury.
Yeah.
Guy, grey hair, 80 years old. Doesn't even work anymore. That's the doctor you need. You need a doctor that he's your friend, but you can talk to every day. You know what I'm saying? When things happen with my body, my little toe's not there for some reason. I think Tigo. Something's happened. He's not a doctor.
Yeah.
But I
But he
trust him more
cares. Yeah,
than a doctor.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
These doctors, they're waste of time. They're a waste of time.
I don't know
Telling
about
me
waste of time.
in my teeth, I need 10 root canals. Does it look like my mouth looks like a canal?
One of your teeth is black, cuz.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's what root canal means.
I don't know. I just wanted to point out that one.
I'm going to call you tomorrow for my other tooth then.
The final no rules news story of the week. And this one comes from the Huffington Post. It was originally reported on Channel 7 Live Action News. Michigan drivers shocked when billboard displays porn for 20 minutes. Police say a hacker may have been responsible for the explicit sex scenes shown to drivers on Saturday night. So there's a big digital advertising board along the motorway, and instead of running adverts,
It's running porn.
20 minutes of straight explicit porn.
So somebody was in the office somewhere, getting the shoulders shake, but they didn't realize that. That's always my biggest thing. You see, when I stay in hotels, I want to get the shoulders shaken, and by myself, I want the shoulders to shake. So I lock myself in the bathroom. It's normal, people. Don't laugh. It's normal. But my biggest fear is there could be a camera in this hotel that's recording me.
Caught.
And they might be showing me in North Korea. They might be showing me in Somalia. They might be showing me in Samoa. My glasses, my eyes closed, the shoulders shaking. I look stupid. Have you ever had the shoulders shaking when you look at the mirror, you look at yourself, and you think, what the hell are you doing? You're a big man.
It's the worst moment in life. Yeah, it's called, it's post-nut clarity.
So you know what I do?
It's awful.
Honestly, people, and this is not even a joke, this is serious. When I have the shoulders shaking, if I'm in a hotel by myself, I turn the lights off in the bathroom. So I can't even see my hands moving.
Yeah, but
so it really looks like I'm breaking somebody down.
Yeah.
Lights are off. I can't see what's going on. The only light that comes out is when the white stuff starts to come out.
Jesus.
That's when the light goes back on. And I'm finished.
Well, that was No Rules News. Well, you know what it's time for?
Talk to me. I know what it is.
Remember Wrestling. This week's Remember Wrestling, it's a twist. We twisted it. This is from the 21st of November 1999, which is the same month of the same year as last week's Remember Wrestling, where it's Big Show and Al Snow and Mankind and Val Venus and all that madness.
Bossman.
But this is what was going on in WCW at the time. It's the hardcore title match at WCW Mayhem between Norman Smiley and Brian Knobbs.
Say it properly, Tigo. Screaming Norman Smiley.
Screaming Norman Smiley.
That brother, he got shook in the interview.
Because of the bell. The bell scared him and he nearly dropped. Did you see the trim? One of those guys that just don't comb, don't brush, nothing. Just let the hair do what it wants.
He just comes out in it.
Well, back in the day, they used to say he was from Liverpool, but on his Wikipedia now they say he's from Northampton.
He's British.
I didn't know
He was British,
I thought he was
yeah.
an English guy. I thought he was an American guy.
Yeah, he's British. That's disgusting.
That's how you know I wasn't paying attention to him in the interviews. He's a British guy.
It could have been one of the worst hardcore matches I've ever seen.
Oh my goodness, it was terribly displayed.
First of all,
talk us through it. Talk us through it, Specs.
Norman's entrance music, right, was heavy metal, which doesn't go with the hairstyle. He needs that kind of like boom, get a comb, get a brush. He needs that kind of theme song. He's walking down. While he's walking down, he puts on a mask.
And he struggled.
While he was putting a mask, he started dropping other equipment. It was a mess.
You forgot to mention he's wearing a hockey outfit, brother.
He's wearing the.
the shin guards.
The shin guards was covering the hips.
Well, it was Peter Cech's outfit. It was a hockey goalkeeper's
He was a
outfit.
hockey goalkeeper, Peter Cech.
Because the fight was in Canada, I want to say. Because he was wearing a Toronto Maple Leafs jersey.
Okay.
This is the second week in a row hockey's come up as well. I don't
What?
know, man.
What's that? He's repping where he is.
Yeah, that's what his thing was. He would always wear the hockey kit of whatever town he was in.
All right. So they're in Canada.
So he gets in the ring. Remember, he just put the mask on. Boom! What's the other guy's name?
Brian Knobbs.
Brian Knobbs hits him with a bin and takes the mask off.
Immediately, innit?
So putting the mask on was a waste of time. So now he's getting hit with a bin, left, right, and center. It's going off. Typical hardcore match.
Do you know Brian Knobbs?
No.
Yes.
Remember the Nasty Boys?
But I didn't know Brian Knobbs was part.
He was one of the Nasty Boys.
Remember?
The Nasty Boys' thing was that they were nasty. So they would, one of their moves was they would rub their BO in your face.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Like you say, there's no rules, so you do what you want, innit?
Screaming Norman, to put someone's head in a bin and play hockey.
Yeah, he did that.
No,
Did that.
wait, if I put a bin over your head and I hit the bin, how do you feel pain?
It's just loud, isn't it?
Because it's loud.
Ding.
And it looks as if it's something, you know, really painful. But
Do you know what I didn't like him in the match? I didn't like the way the referee, right, the biggest moustache, yeah? So Kevin Keegan's there as the referee. He kept going over to them and saying, guys, walk to the back. Yep.
Did he?
Yes.
Is
So
that
they
what he was
started to
doing?
walk. Yeah.
I thought he was stopping them, trying to get them back into the ring.
No, he told him, the referees create that whole thing, innit? We know that. So now I'm looking at it differently. He follows them to the back. So they're fighting all the way to the back. And they end up fighting in IKEA.
What about Jimmy Hart, his manager?
Oh, so
Mouth of the South.
he spoiled the whole fight. Because one second, he presses there's a lift. He presses the lift. They throw Screaming Norman in there. And then Nobbs goes in the lift with Norman. And then this stupid manager,
Jimmy Hart. He used to
Jimmy
be Hulk
Hart,
Hogan's manager.
used to be Hulk Hogan's manager, same surname as Owen Hart, who ain't here with us.
Yeah, true.
As I was saying,
Not related.
4 second silence.
Okay, that's what that was. Sorry. You got to give us some sort of heads up.
The manager goes to hit. Now, this is my thing. If you're in the lift, you and Miles are fighting in the lift, yeah? The lift's shaking, right? There could be two things that's happening in the lift. Is either you're fighting
Oh, the shoulder shaking.
or you're other fighting.
Okay.
So if I want to hit Miles in the lift, the first thing, when I press the button, I'd have a look to see what's going on first. Then I'll attack.
Of course.
But as soon as in fact, before he even pressed it,
was swinging.
He hit the door. Then he pressed the button. Then he went up and he ended up hitting his own.
Yeah. His person.
It was Nobbs. Yeah. So Hart hit Nobbs, and then Nobbs gets pinned after that.
And
So he's lost.
was that an intentional pin? It
He
looked
just
like
kinda
Norman.
fell on
he
him,
fell
yeah.
on him. It weren't, and there was. He didn't.
Backstroke pin. It was a backstroke pin. It was because he laid like that.
Yeah.
And then the referee. But it
Counted him
continued.
out.
It continued.
He smacked it. It's a hardcore match.
Yeah,
bro.
Nobbs wasn't happy after.
Yeah, he weren't pleased.
Because Norman Smiley's now the hardcore champion. Nobbs isn't happy.
Yeah.
Hits him with a bin.
He's
He moved to both of them. He smacked up
Then
Jimmy Hart.
Then throws Jimmy Hart into a bunch of
He's-
tomato puree.
Yeah.
tins.
Well, no, it was like buns, wasn't it?
During the fight, before it finished, there was buns. There were he. I think it was Nobbs. Poured milk onto Norman.
Yeah, do you see it on his hair as well, the patch?
It's like,
Yeah.
what? Come on, like, these are not weapons.
There was a point where Jimmy Hart was up a ladder and he was
Throwing
throwing
stuff down.
dried pasta.
Yeah, man.
Dried
come
macaroni.
on. It was a very poorly executed fight.
Who was in charge of WCW at the time? Was it Eric Bischoff?
You know, I'm going to sound bad here. No, I don't think it was.
Well, whoever was in charge to buy food and waste it like that with all these people who starve in Africa. I'm glad WCW went bust.
Yeah. I don't think that's why.
Can't buy all that food to waste.
So out of 5, what are we saying? Norman Smiley versus Brian Nobbs at WCW Mayhem, a pay-per-view that was named after the Electronic Arts video game. Don't know if you ever played it.
I didn't know.
Terrible. 21st of November 1999, out of 5, what are we saying?
The rating for me, I'm gonna go with a strong -1.
I'm gonna go for 0.
Yeah.
So you okay?
I thought it was
Just-
bad.
Yeah, but there was not for me. I don't even know if there was entertainment value.
I laughed once when he tried to put the wiggle on him.
Yeah,
when he was grinding him,
Yeah,
that's the only time I
that
laughed.
was funny.
Yeah.
That was funny. The interview was funny, and it was in the
Yeah.
build-up. I don't think it was straight before the fight. I think it was like earlier on in the episode.
I like when he
or
threw
whatever.
the dried macaroni as well. I did like that. Because has that hurt anybody? I like that.
And they do the.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 0 because I just feel like, Screaming Norman, you're from Northampton. You've gone all the way there
Canada.
to Canada to do that in IKEA when you could have come to our sides and done that with me.
Around the corner.
Next to
You know what I'm
Miles'
saying?
house.
Oh
Exactly.
yeah, next to Mars, isn't it? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was just like, Norman, I wouldn't go that far. If you're going to go that far, make sure you meet someone like Sable, Trish Stratus.
Stress, legend.
Do you know what I mean? Scarlett Johansson.
surprised you didn't say
situations. Who? China?
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't
I
say
would have said China, but
Yeah.
China is way higher than China right now in the sky.
Well, she's no
Rest
longer
in
with
perfect
us.
peace,
Yeah, she's
you
no longer
wedge.
with us.
Person.
Oh, she's no longer with us.
No.
She died. China died. Oh, China's also on Pornhub, by the way.
No, she ain't. He ain't.
China was a porn star. Bo, this is what I'm saying about no rules,
No, because
man.
I understand Pornhub. That's why. Like I've got
Type in
sections.
China. Type in China.
China's on Pornhub, yeah.
China,
Really?
yeah. China
I think
and...
there was a fake leaked sex tape with her
Yeah.
and X-Pac.
Yep.
And then I think she did porn because it was like, oh, P's are coming in.
It's called One Night in China.
Ah, no, I'll
she took
take
that
a
from
look.
One Night in Paris.
I would.
Paris Hilton.
I would take a look. 100%.
Yeah, have a look.
100%.
Have a look. And that was Remember Wrestling. Great segment.
Yeah, I like remember.
Big up Joe Walker, man, as well, man.
Why?
Because you said that someone mentioned him in the comments.
No, the man, they're good friends with Joe.
They're good, yeah.
Oh, don't big up Joe Walker.
Don't big up Joe Walker. He's never coming on this show.
Why?
No, he loves it.
Of course he's coming on this show.
you like it,
That's my guy that he used to do silent farts and not make eye contact with me. And I was like, oh, this Indian guy's a bit different.
And now I've got an issue here.
Talk to me.
Because we've got this segment on the show that wraps up the show. And I feel like last week Specs did zero research for it.
Okay.
Let's see if he's done any research today. Specs, give us your Brexit update.
Bill Clinton's wife, Hillary Clinton, Miss Clinton,
It's an ex-wife.
she's not a fan of Boris Johnson. She's not a fan. She doesn't think this Brexit's a good idea. She thinks that the guy doesn't know what he's doing. And I'm fuming with her. I'm fuming with her because she should be focused on her husband, especially after Lewinsky. Was it Veronica Lewinsky or Monica Lewinsky?
Lewinsky, yeah.
Monica Lewinsky was there dealing with Bill Clinton's penis. Years later, you want to come and start talking about Boris. Boris has got his own situation. Boris has got his own situation. That's none of your business. But yeah, that's my latest update. Oh, Boris Johnson.
No, the update was supposed to be Brexit Specs.
Yeah, Brexit 31st is looking like it's not going to happen, but we're not going to blame Boris for that. I mean, I think the Queen, she said a speech about Boris, but I was listening, but the volume was on zero because the Queen ain't got no pace. Boris is actually having a hard time with Brexit. It's meant to happen on the 31st, and I think on the 31st, they're going to kick him out. That's my
General
thoughts.
election.
Yeah, they're going to kick him out. He's done.
No, man, he's going to be PM.
He's done. But I'm a big fan. I love Boris, and I will fight for him till with the 31st. So I will continue watching wrestling videos. And that's my way of paying respect to Boris Johnson.
Donald Trump was in wrestling.
He was.
Well, that's that. We have made it to the end of another episode. Quickly, just want to let you know, Football Manager 2020 release date has been announced.
I'm not playing it.
November 19th.
I'm not playing it.
November 19th, officially been announced.
Excellent.
I'm not playing it.
That'll be my first football manager in the last 6 years.
I'm sticking to FM18. I tried FM19. I'm not doing FM20. I'm sticking to FM18. Sorry, people.
But thank you, Boat.
Not a problem. Love coming true. Lovely show. I just want to say shout out to my mum, my dad, for making this possible.
Of course.
Big up Specs, no rules. Let's continue to live by none of them. And we continue.
I don't know who my dad is, by the way.
Is it?
I just think about it the other day. I've got a stepdad.
He's African though.
Is it?
No, I'm saying if he's African.
No,
that
but
makes
if he's
sense.
African, he might have flipping gone upstairs and come back. These Africans with their ginger, bro.
Oh, you know your dad.
Yeah, I do, but
His dad's quality.
I know.
Your dad's quality.
I know my dad, but
His mum's quality. Did I ever tell you about the time Boat once sent a voice note, and at the end of the voice note, I just heard his mum in the background go, "Nathan, have you washed your hair?" I loved it. I loved it.
My dad is quality, like you say, but it's sometimes it scares me how dedicated and great he is as a parent. I'm pretty sure I've got some siblings back in Nigeria that I don't know about. I'm telling you, it's a thing. He's such a non-typical Nigerian dad. He doesn't really go back to Nigeria to visit often. Makes up a lot of excuses why he doesn't go there. But his brother comes here all the time. His sister comes here all the time. So his family come this way. He don't go that way. It's probably children that he doesn't want to tell me about.
Sometimes people like that have killed a lot of people.
Or that, or stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? There's something back home that I don't know about my dad. I'm telling you. And he knows that to go there on holiday, because I always want to, it's my culture, innit? Dad, come here, let's do Nigeria. Oh, yeah, we're doing it in a few years. If the few years
Well, before we go, just know that man like Issues has got a farm and 12 cows
in Nigeria,
in Rwanda.
it makes sense.
There's no rules.
There's no rules. He told me not to say that. So people, I didn't say that.
And that's that.